Hello everyone and welcome to the next section of applications of partial differential equation. Now in this section we will see wave equation, that is one dimensional wave equation, and its solutions we will see. Now here a wave equation we are going to use is dou square u by dou t square is equal to c square dou square u by dou x square, where c square is equal to t upon rho. T is the tension we called and rho is the density, or you may call it elasticity. Here we can use. Now we consider a uniform elastic string. We consider a uniform elastic string fastened between 2 points, right? So here uniform string between 2 points of length L. This is of length L. I can call this point as A, this point is my B, clearly. And the deflection is denoted by, you may denote it by U, or in some books it is denoted by Y. We use both because it is just a notation. So this U is depend on length and time. It is function of x and t. So that concept we have to take here. So consider a uniform elastic string of length L stretched tightly with its end on the axis. We call it as x axis. So the limits are x equal to 0 and x equal to L at 2 points. Let u of xt be the displacement, u of xt just we discuss, be the displacement, and it satisfies the partial differential equation dou square u by dou t square is equal to c square dou square u by dou x square. Now as we saw in a heat equation, we required initial conditions and boundary conditions. Using that we will find the solution. The same way here we need initial condition as well as boundary condition. Now in this you can see at this point and at this point, means at point A and at point B, there is no deflection, no displacement. So we can say that my u is 0 at point x equal to 0 and u is also 0 at point x equal to L, clearly. Now here the deflection is there and equilibrium occurs, no problem. So initially at this point some deflection is there, but there is no velocity when equilibrium occurs. So that condition also we have to think. So we use here, see, initially some deflection is there, so the displacement is there, so u of x0 is equal to f of x between 0 to L, but no velocity, so dou u by dou x we consider it as 0 at t equal to 0, right? Sometimes it may possible that we will give some velocity. So in that case, if velocity is given, we take here g of x, correct? So that is also possible. We will see example on that. Now again here u is function of x and t. U is function of x and t, so we can take a solution u is equal to xt as we did in our heat equation. Now we know how to solve it. We find two derivatives. So dou square u by dou t square is equal to t double dash at x. X is constant here with respect to t. Similarly, dou square u by dou x square, I get t x double dash. Put these values in your given equation. Your given equation is dou square u by dou t square is equal to c square dou square u by dou x square. So what I get here? Yes, using these two relations, t double dash x is equal to c square t x double dash. Understood this? I just substitute the values. Now here t double dash upon t is equal to c square t is equal to x double dash upon x. So just I separate terms of t and x and I call this as m square, right? Now this m square, this constant may be positive, 0 or negative. As we saw in our heat equation, this constant is negative, then I get a finite solution. So here straight away I take minus m square and solve the problem. So here t double dash upon c square t is equal to x double dash upon x is equal to minus m square I consider. Negative term I consider. Now here t double dash is equal to minus m square c square t. This is first equation. And second equation is x double dash is equal to minus m square x. So let us solve this equation. So here t double dash plus m square c square t equal to 0. So here I get two roots. What are the roots? D square plus m square c square is equal to 0. So d is equal to, yes, plus or minus I m c. Similarly here I get x double dash plus m square x is equal to 0. So d square plus m square is equal to 0 means d is equal to plus or minus I m. Correct? Simply linear differential equation, using that concept we solve it. Now what is our answer? So here I get t is equal to, yes, c1 cos cmt plus c2 sin cmt. Correct? And here I write x is equal to, you may take c3 cos mx plus c4 sin mx, right? But first we write this term and then this term and take this product. Xt is there, so u is equal to xt. Product of this solution, we get our answer. c1, c2, c3, c4 are constant. You may write in any order, doesn't matter. So our answer is, general solution is u of xt is equal to c1 cos mx plus c2 sin mx, c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt, or you may write c1 cos cmt plus c2 sin cmt, c3 cos mx plus c4 sin mx. c1, c2, c3, c4 you can write in any order, just you have to remember this equation. This is our general solution of wave equation. Okay, understood? Now let us solve one problem on that. A string is stretched and fastened to 2 points. String is stretched and fastened to 2 points L apart. Means distance between 2 points is L, length of the string is L. Motion is started by displacing the string in the form y is equal to a sin pi x upon L, from which it is released at time t equal to 0. So at t equal to 0, y is equal to a sin pi x upon L. Show that the displacement of any point at a distance x from one end at time t is given by y of xt is equal to a sin pi x upon L cos pi c t upon L. So this we have to show, the answer is this one. We will see it. See carefully what is given first. Here string is given and motion is there, so we need wave equation. So we write wave equation. Here y notation is given, so we write wave equation in terms of y. So dou square y by dou t square is equal to c square dou square y by dou x square. Now what are the conditions given here? You can see string is fastened between 2 points. L is the length, small l is the length, clearly. So here at initial point there is no displacement, so y is 0. So y of 0t here, y of 0t is 0. And at length L, again y of Lt is also 0. Here initially the displacement is there but no velocity. So dou y by dou t equal to 0 at t equal to 0, and at x equal to 0, at t equal to 0, the displacement is given, no problem, y is equal to a sin pi x upon L. So these are the given things. Now write down the general solution and use one by one. We will just solve the problem. The general solution is y of xt is equal to c1 cos mx plus c2 sin mx, c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt. Y of xt is equal to c1 cos mx plus c2 sin mx, c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt. Now use the first condition. What is our first condition? Put x equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Right? So if I do that, what I get? Tell me. If I put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in this equation, given equation, what I get? I get y equal to 0. So 0 is equal to, yes, c1 cos 0 is 1. Correct? Plus c2 sin 0 is 0 into c3. Have you getting this? c3 again cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is, sorry, it remains as it is because value of t remains as it is. So this remains as it is and we get only c1 plus c2 into 0. So I am writing the step. So here 0 is equal to c1 into 1 plus c2 into 0, then c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt. Now from this I get here is equal to c1 into this bracket c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt. Correct? So either this bracket equal to 0 or c1 equal to 0. We know that product is equal to 0 means either 1 is 0. So here this bracket, if I take this bracket equal to 0, then this total solution becomes 0. So this bracket c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt not equal to 0. So which one is 0? c1 equal to 0. So we get our first answer, c1 equal to 0. Always keep in your mind, from these conditions we will get c1, c2 such values is equal to 0. Just we have to find the value c1, c3, c1, c2, c3, c4 and m. All these values we have to find. So one value we found, c1 equal to 0. Back substitute that value in your equation 1. So you will get y of xt is equal to, yes, c2 cos mx into c3 cos cmt plus c4 sin cmt. Now what I do, I just multiply this c2 inside the bracket. So what I get? c2 into c3, call that as c5. Then c2 into c4, call that as c6. And remaining part as it is. Correct? Now one more conditions we have to use so that our calculation becomes easier. The first condition we use is x equal to 0. Now take its derivative. Find dou y by dou t. So here dou y by dou t with respect to t only. So here I get derivative of cos cmt is minus sin cmt into cm. So minus c5 cm sin cmt plus c6 cm cos cmt and sin mx as it is. Okay. So I get here at t, put t equal to 0, dou y by dou t equal to 0. T equal to 0, we substitute dou y by dou t equal to 0. Now if this is equal to 0, then again t equal to 0, sin 0 is 0, so this term is 0, plus c6, cos 0 is 1, so only c6. See, I have did some calculation, 0 equal to 0, c6 cm sin mx as it is, because x remains as it is, we are going to substitute only t equal to 0. So what I get from this? I get c6 equal to 0. Now there are many questions in your mind. Why c not equal to 0? Why m not equal to 0? Sin mx not equal to 0? If I take, see carefully, if I take sin mx equal to 0, means I get from your equation 2 y equal to 0. So I get trivial solution. 0 is solution only. Then m. If I take m equal to 0, then also sin 0 is 0. I get the trivial solution. Now remaining part is only c. What's happen if I take c equal to 0? If c equal to 0 means c square equal to 0. And c square equal to 0 indicates that your equation is 0. See here. What is your equation? Dou 2y by dou t square is equal to c square dou 2y by dou x square. If c equal to 0 means this term is equal to 0 and this equation becomes simply 0. Dou 2y by dou t square equal to 0, nothing in that. Got it? Therefore c6 equal to 0. Now put this value of c6 in your equation 2, you will get only c5 cos cmt and sin mx. So take that. C5 cos CMT sin mx. Two conditions we use. Which are the two conditions we use? First one is x equal to 0 and now derivative t equal to 0. So initial condition as well as boundary conditions we use. Now use the next condition, L condition, x equal to L. So put x equal to L, y equal to 0. That condition we have to use. Y equal to 0, x equal to L. Do it. So 0 is equal to C5 cos CMT sin ML. X equal to L I substitute. Sin ML. Now you tell me, from these three parts, which one is 0? C5 equal to 0? No, then answer becomes 0. Cos CMT equal to 0? No, then also answer becomes 0. So which one is 0? Sin ML equal to 0. Don't confuse, here it is x, here it is L, because x is equal to L we put. So sin ML equal to 0. So sin is 0 for which angle? N pi. So ML is equal to N pi. Sin pi, sin 2 pi, sin 3 pi, sin 4 pi, any pi, it becomes 0. So value of M is N pi upon L. You will get N equal to 1, 2, 3. We can substitute. So our answer is y of xt is equal to C5 cos C n pi t upon L. I just substitute the value of M. C n pi t upon L sin n pi x upon L, n equal to 1, 2, 3. Dot dot dot. Right? Now, if I put n equal to 1, I get one solution. If I put n equal to 2, I get second solution. N equal to 3, third solution. N equal to 4, fourth solution. So final answer is addition of all these solutions. Right? So instead of considering constant C5, I consider general constant Bn. So here we write in summations. Summation n equal to 1 to infinity. Instead of writing 1, 2, 3, I write here n equal to 1 to infinity Bn sin n pi x upon L cos C n pi t upon L. Now the last condition remains, substitute that condition, t equal to 0, and it is given that y is equal to a sin pi x upon L. So substitute here, a sin pi x upon L is equal to summation n equal to 1 to infinity Bn sin n pi x upon L cos 0 is 1. Clearly, and it is our half range Fourier sine series. It is half range Fourier sine series. Right? You understood the concept of Fourier series, you have learned it, so we can use that concept. But here sine term is there, so it becomes very easy. Just expand this summation. Here n equal to 1, b1 sin pi x upon L, n equal to 2, b2 sin 2 pi x upon L, b3 sin 3 pi x upon L, b4 sin 4 pi x upon L. Now equate sin term, sin pi x upon L, sin 2 pi x upon L terms. So equate, I get b1 equal to a and others are 0. So my answer is y of xt is equal to a sin pi x upon L cos c pi t upon L. You can see, check your answer with the given answer. Right? This we have to prove. Thanks for watching.